Talktainment Radio, worldwide sound. Talktainmentradio.com. We give you a reason to come. The world's greatest radio. We give you a reason to stay. Radio, the way it should be heard. You got the power.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of TalkTainmentRadio.com, the management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
Live call-in talk show. Dial 1-877-932-9766 and join the conversation here on TalkTainmentRadio.com.
This is the Wellness Spot, and I'm TONYA KERRIN. Wellness is a choice, is a choice, is a choice, is a choice. Wellness is a choice.
We go where you go, the world's greatest radio, the way radio should be heard. You're in touch with the Wellness Spot, and I'm TONYA KERRIN. Call in at 1-877-932-9766 or watch us on YouTube, Talktainment Radio, the Wellness Spot, and we'd like to hear from you. Are you feeding your wellness or feeding your illness? Now, this is a great topic coming off the holiday. People have been eating and eating and eating and eating, and some people are still eating. They have a lot of food. They enjoyed a lot of food. And with food comes family, comes fun. But today we want to talk about, are you feeding your wellness or feeding your illness? And I have two guests with me here in the station, SEADONNA and also AHMAAD. First off, let me thank them for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me. We're going to have some fun because, when you talk about food, some people can get a little testy because food just makes the heart glad. Food is comfort food. Food is exciting. I know for myself, I try to eat well, but I am very happy when I have satisfied my stomach.
Yes.
I'm not happy when I'm hungry. So we also have Danielle, and she's going to call in a little while. She's a health and fitness professional. But first, let's talk about food. Hippocrates, known as the father of medicine, he said it long ago. He said, "Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food." Now, we live in one of the nations that is the sickest nation around. We overeat, we supersize, and so this is a topic that we need to talk about if we're going to talk about wellness. And I have SEADONNA, who has lost 102 pounds over a year and a half. And so I want to hear her story, hear what motivated her, hear how she was able to accomplish that, and also find out if she's sad and miserable. Because some people think when you try to change your lifestyle that you're miserable, you're unhappy, you're depressed. So we're going to find out how that is. And then we're going to talk to AHMAAD, who has lost 30 pounds in the last month and a half. And we want to see what they're doing, how is it working, if it's something that we should be doing. And we're going to talk about how does food play a part in our wellness, because I think it's critical. I think food matters. I just watched that movie just the other day, but let's hear from our guests. So, SEADONNA, tell me a little bit about your story.
It started when I had a doctor's appointment. And before then, I was confident. I was all the way BBW, and you couldn't tell me nothing.
BBW?
Yeah.
Tell me what that means. BBW.
Big, beautiful woman.
All right. All right.
And so I didn't see what I should have been seeing. I was like blindfolded myself. And so I went to the doctors, and the blindfold always come off at the doctor's office. So the first time ever, after the doctor had left out and I had my appointment, for whatever reason, I wanted to get off the table and look at my chart. So I got off the table, looked at my chart, and it said that I was morbidly obese. So for me, all I seen was the word orbit. Okay. So I'm like, are you saying I'm big as a planet? Or like what are you saying, that I'm just round? You know? So that it kind of hurt me to see that I had did that to myself.
Now, let me ask a question, because help people understand morbid obese, because there are different levels of obesity. Mm-hmm. You know, you can go to the doctor, and for your height, you can be labeled obese. Mm-hmm. You can also be labeled morbid obese. Mm-hmm. So you had the diagnosis of morbid obesity. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that is a true diagnosis.
It is. Morbidly obese means that you're just beyond obese. Your health is at risk. It's definitely at risk. Okay. You know, and all I seen was the word orbit, you know, and I was just like, they talking about me?
Yes.
You know, not BBW. They couldn't be talking about me. You know, the same day I left, I went and I applied for a membership at a gym, and I've been going ever since.
Now, let's back up just a little bit too. So tell me, this was a year and a half ago.
Yes.
How much did you weigh then? Because you say if you're willing to say, I know they say you don't ask a woman her age or her weight.
I was 343 pounds.
Okay, awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you went and got a membership.
Yes, I went and got a membership, and I didn't think that it was going to do anything. I just didn't think it was going to do anything, but I was going to try because I never tried, and I wanted to know what would happen if I tried. I never tried to lose weight before. Okay. So I've been going every day since then. Wow. And I knew that it was good for me the day I cried on the treadmill. And nobody knew I was crying because I was sweating so hard. And it hit me, all the things I had did to my body and how hard it was going to be to undo those things.
Hold up. Back, rewind. You said things that you did.
Yes.
To your body. That, I think, was a big contributing factor to you being successful.
Yes.
Because we first have to acknowledge, and we first, you know, my tagline is choose wellness, choose life. We first have to know within ourselves that we need something, that we need wellness, or, you know, so that was huge right there.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to take ownership. You got to definitely take ownership that it's your body. It's your life. You made the decisions, and you're reaping basically your decisions from the past. So once you make that ownership, you can start to do something about it. You may not see that success so quickly, but you at least start that process, and change is going on, and it's starting inside of you. So I think that is key, that, you know, you got to take ownership. I agree. That's where my path to weight loss again started, in just ownership.
You know, you said something there, and you said that made me think of thoughts, and something that you just said, Ahmad. And, you know, one of the things that I say, we have to take a conscious self-examination. Are we planting crops, or planting the seeds, the thoughts, the things that we are willing to harvest? Because some people are planting things that they don't intend to harvest, and they don't want to harvest. And they don't realize that they're planting it. So it is a lot with our thoughts.
Along that line, Tonya, I read in a book that weeds grow automatically. Okay. So you need to plant positive stuff in you. You need to tell yourself something positive. If you're trying to change anything, there's going to be plenty enough people giving you negative advice. You can't eat. You can't do that. You need more food. You need more. So before you start, and those people start planting weeds, you need to plant something positive constantly. Make it like a goal, whatever your ritual becomes of listening, whether it's a song, as we're going to speak on later on in the program, whether it's positive music, whether it's a motivational speaker like I use. I just listen to them, and I'm just like, yeah, that's me. I'm going to keep lifting. I'm going to keep going. I'm not listening to them. Or whether it's motivation from somebody else. Maybe you can even turn somebody's negative statement into motivation for you, to make sure that you don't become that. So whatever you use for positive motivation to kind of get rid of those weeds and grow something beautiful, it'll help in your transformation.
So you said weeds grow automatically.
Weeds grow automatically. Those negative thoughts, because we're negative sometimes, and most of us are, those negative "I can't do it" thoughts grow automatically. And then people add it to us. You know, they keep saying, "Oh," and they may not even say it. You may just feel it from them. They may not believe in you, and you may be looking for that from a partner, from somebody close to you. So you just got to keep going. If you can't get it from them, go ahead and feed yourself positive somewhere, wherever you can find it at. But make sure you get it and carry it with you, and especially in starting up.
Well, since you mentioned that, Ahmad, tell us a little bit about your journey. So you lost 30 pounds in the last month and a half. So what prompted you? Was it a doctor visit also? What made you choose to get on this journey?
Well, I've always been an athlete, and I'm kind of the same way. I felt like I was good because I could still do some of the athletic things that I did. But I knew I was suffering in some areas, and I knew I wasn't well. I knew this wasn't wellness. So I would like lay on my side, and I'll be laying with my daughter or laying with my son, and I'll be breathing hard or wheezing. You'll hear wheezing. And I stopped smoking years ago. I'm like, why am I wheezing? It's the weight on my diaphragm. And I'm a short, stocky guy, so I was like 238. And I would lay on my side, and you would hear wheezing, and I don't smoke. I'm like, what is this? Or I'll be sleeping, and I'll be snoring and having sleep apnea. And I constantly kind of just, I'm busy, I'm working. It's not, I just got to keep doing this. I'm doing a physical job, but, I'm not eating right. And I had to finally address that. I finally had to just take off my shirt in the mirror and say, look, this ain't me. This is not me, and this is not how I want to associate with myself. I want to associate myself as being a healthy athlete. I want to be able to play with my son when he's older. And I had to tell myself, it's not a superficial thing. I need to take time for myself to be able to make myself well, so that I'm there when my son is there. I can say, hey, son, you're going to have to be healthy, because you can't. It's worse than a fat dad trying to tell you to go work out for 15 minutes or 30 minutes. I would feel like a hypocrite. So I'm like, I want to be able to run with him. I want to be able to do something, a regimen that only takes 30 minutes, 15 minutes. That's what I do now. I only do 15, 30 minutes, an hour. I don't do all day, but it works. So.
Well, and you said something there. You said you had to take time out for you. So you got to love you. And that's something that, we're doing at the Wednesday Wellness. We're talking about mirror work, finding a way to look in the mirror and look into your own eyes and say, life loves me. I love me. And find that you are worthy. So, both you, SEADONNA, and AHMAAD, you had these times in your life that made you
it's like AHMAAD said, you gotta look in the mirror. You'd be surprised at how many people don't look in the mirror. It's the difference between glancing and really standing there and looking at the mirror, because you'll see more than your body. You'll see deeper than the shell. So a lot of people avoid looking in the mirror.
That's right. That's right.
Because it's the truth.
Yes. And that's what I was going to say. SEADONNA, I know you said that you went and you got your gym membership, but tell me a little bit about what else did you have to do to get on that road to wellness?
I had to change the people I communicate with, the way that I communicate, the way that I receive information. I had to come to grips with the fact that my way is just my way. It's not the right way. It's just my way.
Okay.
And so if I wanted to do anything about it, I had to listen to other people. We're stubborn. We think we know what's best for us. But you have to listen to people that's been where you're trying to go. And so I started listening to the trainers. They were coming up and they were helping me, and I was like, wow, this is a blessing. Free advice, free training. And they saw how consistent I was, and so it made them, when I started off believing in myself, but when people doing it and this was their profession started believing in me, then I really got pumped and started believing in myself. Because it's all about consistency. You got to change the way you eat, the way you think, the way you sleep, who you associate with. Weight is not just fat. Weight is issues.
Wait a minute. Back up. Rewind. Say that again for me.
Weight isn't just fat, it's issues.
That's right. And have you ever wondered why you never see the Biggest Loser reunion shows? Because there are no reunion shows. There are people that they gain the weight back, because if you don't deal with the issues, You know that there's that song out there, I got issues and you got them too. But if you don't deal with issues, and guess what? We all have issues. AJ talked about weeds growing automatically. Guess what? He said that our negative thoughts grow automatically. From the time we are brought into this world, we get bombarded with negative. We have thoughts of, you know, people that looked at us and said we weren't going to be about nothing. People that...
The music you listen to, the things you eat, like chips, potato chips, they taste good in your mouth, but it can make you cry about something that happened 10 years ago.
Hello.
Because the things in it aren't natural.
Yes.
You know, and it's even with a woman being pregnant, if you're eating bad things, your baby is not even, it's eating preservatives. Yes. Before your baby even got here, it tasted preservatives. It's not the same as you have to grow your food. You have to eat stuff from the ground. Just because it's quick doesn't mean it's good. You know, fast food is disgusting.
Yes. And you know, you're right. And this is something that a lot of people don't understand. 50% of your food should be raw. And, you know, you should not eat a meal that is not 50% raw. And we don't do that. We kill our food. We don't get enough enzymes in our food. We don't have enough enzymes because the soil is already depleted. So the plants that we grow in the soil, it's depleted of enzymes and nutrients. And then we overcook it, or we eat processed food or dead food. So then we're adding to that. And you said something about the mood, and I wanted to say there is a reality to good food mood. Your food affects your mood. And people don't believe that.
It does. You feel totally different when you eat a huge salad and 3 slices of pizza. You will feel totally different. You can eat a salad and go about your day and have more energy. You might have to make yourself go to sleep because your energy is like through the roof. You got all that natural alkaline, you know. But when you're eating fast food and stuff, you want to go to sleep. You tired because you just put all this poison in your body. And your body, are you sleepy, or is your body tired of fighting off bad things?
That's right. And you know, can I say this? Food has a frequency, and I talk about this, you know, last show we were talking about music and sound and frequency, but food has a frequency. The human body, the normal frequency for a brain is 70 megahertz. For your healthy human body is 68 megahertz. When you get sick with a cold, it's around 58 megahertz. With Epstein-Barr or a autoimmune disease, it's around 42. With cancer, it's around 40. Now, processed food has 0 frequency, so we get no nutritional value from processed food. That's things in a package. That's fast food. We get 0 frequency. If you eat, you talked about planting food. If you eat fresh herbs, you get 12 to 20 megahertz. Dry herbs, 15 to 20. You know, essential oils, 52 to 320. I'm always talking about essential oils because they're good for your body. So our food has frequency.
Yes.
And we a lot of people don't realize that. And if we kill the nutrients in our food, then what are you taking in? And then add to that the poison of sugar, you know, aspartame and all the other chemicals, propylene glycol. And
like a lot of people think that they're just emotional.
Yes.
You're not emotional. You're off balance. You know, you should never look at a commercial and start crying, you know, or you should never get mad so fast, you know, and you can't forgive, you know, like, especially when you can't forgive, you're probably really, really mad at yourself for something. Wow. You know, but it's easier to target other people. It's like
say that again. Wait. Rewind. I'm sorry. Rewind. Say that one again.
I said you're probably really mad at yourself, but it's easier to target other people and point. But you know, it's more fingers pointing back at you. It's easier to say you're the reason why. But again, you're the captain of this ship. This is your vessel. So whatever happens to you, you played a part in letting it happen. And until you realize that, you're just going to go down.
Yes.
And along the thoughts what you were saying about the food, you got to make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. I know it sounds so basic and so fundamental, but it has to be easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. So the first thing, if you're starting something new, go ahead and clean house. Go ahead and get rid of those temptations. Don't have them just sitting there looking at you, because you might lose the battle. And your success is too important to just let you lose the battle. Don't have that favorite bag of chips sitting there and say, oh, after I get done. You already planning to fail. You say, after I get done 2 weeks, I'm gonna eat a bag of chips.
So no bag of chips?
You can have the bag of chips, but don't just start. For me, I say don't start setting times when you're going to reward yourself. Make it spontaneous. Like, make yourself work a little harder for it. You know what I mean? Like, set further goals for yourself, because I believe that in people that they can always do more than they even try to do. And once you get there, you like, oh man, that was easy and I feel great. I don't even want that now. Or maybe I want to go a little bit harder. Maybe I'm gonna walk 4 miles now. Maybe I'm only gonna do 2. So you got to know your limitations when you're getting started. But get started, but make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing.
That's good.
And one more thing on that too is, when you just decide, there's a power in your decision. Once you decide that, hey, I'm not doing this no more, probably like Don Shonda said.
That's funny that you said that.
That's
my sister's name backwards.
I'm sorry. when you decide, there's power in your decision. As soon as you decide, you started creating power, because your mind is like, oh yeah, we finally cut off all these opportunities. We finally cut off all these pathways. Now we got a direction to go. The body wants to go focus. It wants to focus. It wants to go forward. It doesn't want to go every which way. If you try to focus on everything in a room, you'll be a blurry vision. But when you focus on something, you can do something about something.
Tunnel vision.
So you got to get that tunnel vision, and you got to say, hey, I decided that I'm going to get up and just walk 1 mile. And I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to decide that I'm going to get up and I'm going to do 4 miles. Whatever that is for you, or whatever it is for your health or your regimen, like she said, we got to do it consistently too. Consistency has to be there.
Now, I'm glad you said that, because there are people out here that they'll say, I can't exercise. They'll say, I can't do that. So you said, Shondonna, that you went the next day and you joined the gym. Now, I'm pretty sure that wasn't easy to do, was it?
No, it wasn't. You gotta, I guess I was already in the process. You already in the process before you start the process. Okay. It's just that it come in your mind and you just push it out. So a lot of women are ready to lose weight, and I'm gonna tell you how. If you got any clothes at home that you squeezing in, you want to be smaller.
Say that again. Rewind. Say that again.
You don't have to squeeze in clothes you could fit in.
Okay.
You could actually hang them up and come back later and fit in it and feel better than squeezing in it. So everybody that got clothes at home that you squeezing into, you're not comfortable with your body. You want to be smaller, even though you say you're confident.
Yes. And I like a couple things you said. You said BBW, right? And okay, that looks like we got a caller. Stay in the mic. All right. And we got a call. Let's take Danielle. Hi, Danielle. Danielle, are you with us? I can't hear you. Say something for me. No, not able to hear you. Maybe you can try calling us back. Not able to hear your voice. If you could try calling us back again. So, Shondonna, you were saying BBW.
Yeah, BBW stands for Big Beautiful Woman. See, but I'm still a big beautiful woman, but I'm bigger on the inside than I am on the outside.
All right.
So I'm still BBW. It's just that my inside has grown and my outside is coming into form.
And sometimes people, they think that it's too much, but I think your example shows that it's not. Now, everybody has a reason. Like you said, if you're trying to squeeze in, and I know I got some clothes in my closet that I say I'm going to get back into, and I didn't get rid of them because I have that hope of getting back into it. So I think everybody can identify with that. But tell me the thoughts. How do you deal with the thoughts?
You think them instead of not thinking them. A lot of you think it. You be for real with yourself. You
Okay.
You just You big because you got the money and you grown, and if you want a burger, you go get a burger. You're undisciplined and you selfish. You hurting yourself. They only made one. We don't even have the same fingerprints. So you cheating everybody and yourself, because if you don't know who you are, then we not gonna get to know who you are. And if we can't see who you are, then you might not even get to fulfill your purpose while you're here, because you don't even look how you supposed to look.
Hold on, I gotta talk about what Shondonna just said, because she just she's speaking the truth, and one of the things I like about what she said is that who else are you hurting? Don't just think about it. Don't be selfish. Who else are you hurting by you not being a healthier you? Who else are you hurting? Maybe your mate, maybe your kids. They're watching your habits. You're talking to them, but they're watching your habits. Are you feeding them? Are you feeding their wellness, or are you feeding their illness? You're stopping at McDonald's. You're most likely not going to go home and make them chicken breasts and tell them to get salads. No, you're stopping at McDonald's. They're going to get McDonald's. They're going to associate that with McDonald's. And you're putting McDonald's into a Bugatti. Because the Creator made you and designed you to do amazing things. And sometimes we have these excuses that, I don't have energy, I don't have the time, these resources. No, you're not being resourceful. Well, it's not that you don't have the resources. We all have the resources. You're not being resourceful, and you're not prioritizing. When I say by that, and let me explain it, when I say you're not being resourceful, you could be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can be grabbing your son and just doing a couple squats. Like I said, it doesn't take a long time. You could be doing a couple squats, and you're playing with him and you're doing that. Yeah, that might be a little hard. I've done it. Or you could be somewhere and you could just do 15 minutes and stop at 15 minutes. I'm done. I'm going to push myself for 15 minutes. You wouldn't believe the impact that you would get from 15 minutes.
And move back from that table. My grandma used to say, pleasure to the lips, add pounds to the hips.
That's right.
So, and then on top of that, you're going to, like AHMAAD said, you're going to McDonald's and Rally's and Taco Bell. That is somebody else's dream that you feeding, and you killing your own dream.
That's right.
And a lot of people, they weigh more than the amount of money they have in their bank. You weigh 300 pounds, but you got $10 in your bank account because you feeding everybody else's dream.
That's right. And we don't realize it, but in United States, they call the standard American diet the SAD diet, but we eat way too much. Little things like go to the restaurant, and before you even eat your food, go ahead and pack up half of it. Yeah. Because we already have way too much. You don't have to eat it all.
Buffets.
Yes, and then there's simple things that you can do that can make a difference in your home, and some of it takes planning. A lot of people say it's expensive, but it's not. The expense comes in your time, the time to take time out of your day to maybe put some snacks in a baggie so that you don't get hungry while you're on the road and have to stop. And we should drink more and drink good things.
Yes,
not
Tonya.
Soda. We eat way too much.
When you first starting out, you don't need to eat nothing. You need to drink water. You've done enough chewing. You need to drink a lot of water. Your body is made up of mostly water. You need water to live, and you need water to think clearly. You have to flush out the things you put in you. If you notice anything you eat good, you still be hungry. You still be hungry. If you eat a salad, you'd have to remember that you only ate once that day.
That's right. And you can start your day with warm water with vinegar, warm water with lemon, and start your day, with 16 ounces of water. Just by increasing your water intake, you can lose weight. We have a regimen that just by drinking water. Then, there's Dr. Eric Berg. He has a plan where you can, for 3 days, you eat 3 times. No snacking, just 3 times for 3 days. Then for 3 days, eat 2 times a day for 3 days. No snacking, no in between. And then for 3 days, eat 1.5 times. And then go back to the 3. So there's so many different. And if you smoke,
it's going to be harder.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a lot harder. It's going to feel like somebody's squeezing your heart. And it is, because it's overworking. Your body is waking up. Most of our bodies are asleep. You haven't even used most of your body parts since you was 9. So you have to like get up and move. We become more comfortable, and if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it.
That's
you know,
right.
and for women,
That's right.
like I said, if you're squeezing into clothes, subconsciously you want to be smaller. You don't have to squeeze in nothing you could actually fit in. You know, you don't. It doesn't make sense to be big and then lose weight to get in your wedding dress and then blow back up. Like, that's not even fair to him.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, there are little things that we can do, but you said something key that I want to remind. Our thoughts, our emotions are a big part of this, because food has an emotional attachment. You know, I can put on a hot apple pie or put that scent, and then people will just smile or think of something. You know, this past week, people were eating ham and turkey and dressing, and some people just couldn't wait to get to that meal. And there's nothing wrong with that. We need to enjoy meals, but we don't have to overindulge. And we have to understand that our food, 90% of the time, is causing our illness. It's not causing our wellness. You know, food is either making you sick, killing you, or maintaining your health. And you choose which it is. You know, but a lot of people, it's making them sick or it's killing them because of the poisons and the toxins that are in the food that we're taking in on a daily basis. And you said something about drinking and giving your body a rest. We need to rest our digestive system. We don't need to chew 24 hours every day. We don't need 3 meals every day. We don't need to eat that much.
That's why they call it comfort food and not healthy food.
That's right. It's right.
Comfort food. It's like half a hug. It's not even a hug. You know, it's not right. You just killing yourself. You might as well just eat glass or eat paper, because they probably got some of the same ingredients.
That's right. It does. You're telling the truth, because in our food there's aluminum, there's propylene glycol, there's heavy metals, mercury, fluorine. These things are derailing our health, and we're giving them to our children. We're taking them in every day. We're doing things that some may do unaware, but rather you do it. I always use the story of, if I shoot myself in the foot on accident or you shoot me in the foot, the wound is the same. So whether we do it on purpose or not, we are taking in toxins every day that are causing our moods, causing hormonal imbalance, causing Alzheimer's, dementia, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer. We're doing this,
and the decisions you make. The decisions
right.
you make are based off of how you eat. It's your fuel. You know, you could eat a burger and answer the phone for somebody you had on a block call. Don't even know why. Like, it worked like that. Like, when I start working out, I not only did I move people, but people that saw me going to another level or on another path, and they seen that I was just taking off, they moved themselves, because they couldn't block it no more. They couldn't block me no more. My eyes was open. I saw what I could be, and I saw what I was doing to myself. It's about what you doing to yourself. Nobody's force feeding you. Nobody's making you. Like, even women, when you wear short things and things that are revealing, like, you're not feeding your soul.
That's right. So
you feeding your ego, and you know that's just what it is, though. If you really want someone to think that or know that you're beautiful, treat yourself better.
Woo! Okay, rewind. Say that again.
If you really want people to see how beautiful you are, treat yourself better.
You know, again, going back to Louise Hay's book on mirror work, she says that when we look in the mirror, and no one can love you until you love you. So that's where, you know, loving yourself, looking in the mirror and looking into your eyes intensely, look into your eyes and see what you see. Like you said, sometimes we're just doing a glance, but don't do a glance. Look in the mirror, look into your eyes, tell yourself that life loves you. Tell yourself that you are worthy. Tell yourself that, you know, I love you, Tonya. I love you.
And take it all off. Don't suck it in. Don't pin it up. Don't clamp it up or none of that. Just stand there and look at what you did to yourself.
And on that lines, sometimes you'll see your body respond to that. Some things you might not believe off back, and your body respond like, I don't feel that way, or I'm not ready to associate myself that way yet. But if you continually do that and consistently do that, you can build that up. And once you got it, you got momentum. Once you got it, you got momentum, and that's the thing that's going to keep you going. And so you got to speak positive to yourself. You got to say positive things. It's not really ego tripping. Like we said earlier, weeds grow automatically. So you got to think of yourself in a positive way. And another way that I read and heard about it was stand guard over your mind. If you stand guard over your mind and don't let people just drop their trash or their negative thoughts or their limitations on you. No, you can't work out like that. That's too much. You can't do this. That's too much. And if you stand guard against those and feed yourself positive, you'll begin to act even more and take more action.
Now, Ahmad, you said something there I want to comment on. You said something about, feeling your body. So when you look in the mirror and you say to yourself that you love yourself, and even if you don't love yourself, say that I'm going to learn to love you, you do need to feel where that feels in your body, because you will feel sensations in your body. That's again where my essential oils come in, because smelling essential oils can help you, because they go to the deep limbic system of the brain, the seat of emotion, and they can help you bring up that unresolved emotion that could be stored somewhere that is derailing you. So you got to do that. You got to feel that, and then when you do that, you can, like you said, get that momentum. You got to do more powerful and more positive words than negative. Because if you just say to yourself, and Sean Donna said, look in the mirror and look. If you just do that 3 times, you probably got 200, 300 negative words that your mind recorded and played. So you got to do more positive to outweigh the weeds. Like if you look at a garden,
they call it working out. And it's working out everything, not just your body. Before I started working out, I was in debt. In less than a year, I got rid of like 10 years worth of debt.
Wow.
Because I was focused. It's like my body woke up. Just bought a car, hadn't drove in like 10, 15 years. Didn't even think about getting a license.
Wow.
So, and just bought a car 2 weeks ago. When you work it out, you working it out. You working out more than your body. And like Ahmad said, it's not, at first you just going to be at the gym like all the time because you think that exercise has something to do with drastic weight loss. It's your mind is what makes you lose the weight. Going to the gym just make you feel good.
Woo!
It just make you feel good.
Here we go. Rewind. Say that one more time.
Going to the gym make you feel good, but your mind helps you lose weight. The weight that you see on the outside is everything you haven't worked out on the inside. It's not forgiving people. It's not pursuing your dreams. It's all the things that you're not doing right. You're supposed to forgive. That's about 30 pounds.
Yes. Say that again. Say that again.
That's heavy.
That's about 30 pounds. You got to forgive. You can't. Hate is probably about 80 pounds. All that, you really hurt yourself. You really are. Like you first you need to let go of the way you think. The way that you were raised is the way somebody else thought, even though it was your parents. That might not even be right.
Rewind. Say that one again.
The way you was raised, the way you think, all of these come from influences.
Wow.
And it's about what you want to do. Do you want people to know who you are, or do you want to be here and leave without a trace?
Yeah. And y'all got ahead of me, but when you said the oils, I smiled because you kind of, when I'm doing a transformation, when I'm doing my transformation, I love smelling them oils because I feel like, one, taking a deep breath, and I'm a spiritual person. I don't even hide it no more. Like sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm not that. No, I am spiritual. So one of the things I think about it being is like being grateful, being very grateful. And when you're smelling, you're breathing, it's like you can almost change your whole mindset by just being grateful. Like, what am I grateful for? First of all, I'm in this bad position, but I got some comeback power. Like, I can come back from this, and then it goes on from first being grateful, and then look, watch this. This is how you get them from stalling your growth. You start writing a better story for your life. So I got some comeback power. So look, my story gonna be different. Watch when I turn up and I do this. Watch when I, because right now you're feeling bad and you're feeling down. Like, how did I get myself here? You got to get out of that state. Just think about the story when you come from here to getting there, wherever you want to go, whatever that is for you. Once you create that vision and you're like, oh, I came back and now I'm back here for myself. I'm not even done, but in 30 days, once the success or any success comes in, you feel great, you feel more momentum, and you're ready to keep going and keep pushing no matter what the pain is. It doesn't matter no more. No matter what they say or anybody negative or the weeds that grow, it doesn't matter no more. You're willing to pick them out, pluck them out, cut them, whatever you got to do.
And it's so exciting. Like, it feels so good to be able to go in the store and just be like, this is what I'm gonna put on. I ain't gotta fit in it, squeeze in it, or none of that. You know, you don't have to do like none of that. It feels so good when somebody see you and they be like, wow. Like, you did that because they know how strong you had to be to even do it. I didn't take no diet pills. I didn't do no weight loss surgery. I didn't do none of that. All I did was forgive myself first for what I did to myself. Can
I say my definition? Now, keep that thought. I just want to put my definition in there because you are definitely on point. My definition for forgiveness. Forgiveness is not condoning. Forgiveness is not pardoning. Forgiveness is not trying to reconcile. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is letting go of hoping for a better past. Mm-hmm. And it's even releasing. Sometimes there are people out there that are holding an invoice for a debt that has already been paid. They are holding an invoice.
Or still mad at people that passed away.
Holding a debt. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Holding a debt on somebody that's not even here to pay that debt, and it's already been paid, and it's affecting you. So go ahead with your thought.
That's powerful.
You just gotta want to live. It's so much out here to see. Yes. It's so much out here to do. And like, women, we are already like particular about how people perceive us and everything. Like, could you imagine getting on the airplane and you got to buy 2 seats and it's just one of you? Because that's how big you are. You're so big that you're 2 people.
Yes.
So you got to pay 2 tickets even though it's 1 person.
Yes.
Like, that's crazy. That's unnecessary. Why are you so big?
But
and one of those things I want to comment on that though, in changing or in transformation, if we really look at it, most of the time we change anything, it starts from an emotion. So allow yourself to.
Yes.
One of the teachers that I listen to says, welcome all human emotions.
That's right.
You don't know which one is going to change your life. So whether it might be, for a minute, it might be disgust, it might be embarrassing. But if you don't allow yourself to fully feel it, like she said, she was like, I'm a BBW. And like I said, I'm athletic. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I can still do all the athletic things and I'm at 238. I'm good. But it's not until I took off that mask and said, hold up, am I really okay with this? So you got to evaluate. You got to say, do I really feel good? Or am I just lying to myself? Am I being a hypocrite? And like she said, she got to the doctor and it was a small thing. It was just like, to me, that wouldn't even bother me. Oh, morbid obese. I wouldn't even look at that.
But it was just orbit.
The way it spoke to Shondonna as she saw orbit, and it just, it pissed her off. It pissed her off enough to change.
That's
For
right.
me, looking at myself in the mirror, it pissed me off enough to change.
Yeah.
So whatever that emotion is, welcome it first. And you might have to do it by yourself. It might be hard, but that might be the motivation. That might be like, okay, I'm ready to get it. I'm ready to get started. And once you make a decision, you got power in that decision. You rolling. You already going forward.
And I'm in my 30s. When you in your 30s and 40s, you're a baby. You are so young. You are a young rosebud. Like, you are really, you really, really young in your 30s. You just really getting started. So to see morbidly obese, and not only that, but you see the plus size mama and the plus size kids.
Yes.
Because the kids are watching you, so you just got this ongoing cycle of planting seeds in bad soil.
That's right. That's right. So now, do me a favor. So, tell me, Shondonna, what did you eat? Tell them practically, how did you accomplish it? You went to the gym.
Well, it wasn't hard for me not to eat fast food because I ain't had no money no way. You know? And most of the stuff that's healthy for you, I mean, you could buy, 3-4 bananas for $1. You know, and that's what I was doing. I wasn't working at the time. So apple, oranges, bananas, grapes, you know, and then I decided to start infusing my water with fruit. You know, a lot of people don't like to eat fruit, but you can drink it, you know. Yes. So you put the skin in there, you put the whole, just cut it up, put it in some water, let it sit by the day, half a day, and you drink it. It's all about like repairing your body. Most people take better care of their cars. Then their car look better than them and their house look better than them.
That's
you know, have you ever been somewhere and seen somebody get out the car or anticipate them getting out? Like, that's a nice car, boy. When they get out, I bet you. And they get out and you be like, what? That you driving somebody else's car.
That's right.
That can't be yours. You look successful on the outside.
But you know, I use that a lot too with the car, because you're right. We put the right fuel, the right oil, and we tune up our car.
Listen to
but
it.
We don't listen to our bodies. We don't tune our bodies. We don't give our bodies a break. We don't, you know, we don't take care of this wonderful creation. And the things to take care of it is water and our food. We just got to make good choices in our food. Ahmad, what did you do?
For me, I always like the cleansing. I always like the cleanse. So finding the right cleanse that worked for me, I've done it a couple times. That gives me like an accelerated. It's like my little secret weapon. It gives me accelerated change. Like if I tell somebody, look, man, you're gonna see me 2 weeks from now, and I'm already gonna drop 20 pounds. It's because my mind already knows that this weight I'm holding, one, like she said, it's emotional, it's mental, but it's also the weight that I'm holding, I know it's just extra water weight. I'm drinking a lot of sugary drinks. I'm drinking this. So once I start doing that cleanse and I stop myself from eating for a while, give my body a break, the body always does what it's supposed to do.
Wait a minute, rewind. Rewind. Say that again. That's powerful.
Once I give my body a break, the body always does what it's supposed to do. It's more consistent than me. Yes. So it keeps me alive, and I wasn't in a proper master of it. I wasn't being a proper steward of it.
Can you hold that thought, and I'm gonna let you finish. Do you realize how powerful that statement is? And people don't realize that sometimes their body is in survival mode, trying to save from them. Your body is trying to save you from you.
Can I go ahead and say that? Can I give them a picture? It's like your body. Picture your body as a warrior, and you keep throwing all this toxic stuff at it, and it's just fighting. It's fighting, but it's only one warrior, and it's a warrior though. It's a mighty warrior, but it's getting behind. So it start prioritizing. Well, I'm gonna have to store this for a minute. I can't fight him right now. I'm gonna put my back to the wall. I'm gonna fight these. I'm gonna fight these just to keep him alive. Now I'm gonna fight this. So when you cleanse, it's like giving your body a break. You give that warrior a break, a rest period. Hey, warrior, I'm on your side now. I'm not going to put nothing else in there that's toxic for a minute, maybe 1 day, 2 days. Give you a break. He gets to rest. He gets to, I'm still that warrior. I can fight. And what it does is he goes right back to work. So you trust him, and he goes right back to work, and it starts coming out.
Eat your future.
Yes, and you're so right, because people don't realize it, but if you fast 2 days a week, you can improve your health tremendously. And when I say fast, everybody's like, oh, I gotta eat. What I'm saying is from dinner, say tonight at 8 p.m. you don't eat anything, you just drink from 8 p.m. today till 12 o'clock tomorrow at noon. That's 16 hours of fast, and then you eat for 8 hours. So after lunch, you eat from lunch until 8 hours. If you can do that 2 to 3 times a week, some people can do it more, but at least 2 days a week, you would be surprised what you are doing to your body. Just giving your body, like you said, a rest from chewing, a rest. And when you're drinking, just water or apple cider vinegar and water, lemon juice and water, and herbal teas. That's it. And nothing else.
If you want to test yourself, you want to test the theory, let's say you're in your 30s, 40s, just try something simple. Try to crawl. Something you did when you was a kid. Try to crawl, but you're going to tear your knees up, or try to skip. In your 30s or 40s, you should still be able to do a cartwheel.
All right.
Do a cartwheel. You're going to have to think about it for about 20 minutes. Because you mostly think about how you're not going to break something. But
That's
you
right.
in your 30s and 40s, you should be a jumping bean. You
Vitality.
should be all over the place.
You know, people in Okinawa has the longest, that country has the most longevity. People live, but they also eat well. They have a good source of iodine. That's one thing. But, you know, we have to eat as close to nature as we can. And what I mean by eating as close to nature, eat it the way it's found in nature, not in a bag. Like you said, the chips, not in a bag, not processed, not with preservatives, as close to nature. We're overcooking our vegetables, and also portion control. You know, eat on a saucer instead of a plate. And you know, just little things that we can do that can gradually make a difference in your wellness. Now, Shondonna, you told me a little bit about a drink. Tell me something about this drink.
The drink is basically everything that you enjoy. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's everything that I enjoy. Yours might be different. You can't put a cupcake in water and get no nutrients from that, so don't even try it. You know, but apples, oranges, bell peppers, cucumbers. You could put all of this
Raisins.
And put it in some water and just let the water just suck all that good stuff out. And you sit there and you drink it every day, and your body's gonna be so happy because it's finally getting some gas. It's finally getting the right thing that is needed, and things are gonna like wake up. Yes. You know, you just your body is sleeping. You know, it's the bigger the plate of food that you have, the more you missing on the inside. Like you just eating. You're not even hungry no more, and you still eating. Like that's because you're depressed. You want to be somewhere, and you don't know how to get there. But you should probably start with moving away from the table.
Well, you know, it is easier if you take a CAT scan of a brain of someone that's on crack and a brain of someone or cocaine, or brain of someone on sugar. The brain looks the same. It's easier to get that person off of drugs than it is to get them off of sugar. Sugar addiction is real. People don't realize, and some people have parasites. I mean, that's a whole nother show, but parasites and our sugar addiction. When you eat poorly, it makes you want to eat again, you know. But when you eat well, your body is satisfied. Like you said, that drink that you just said, there are so many nutrients in there. If you put raisins in water, it helps to raise your iron level up. It's a natural way of taking care of your body. Putting the cut up apples and bell peppers.
Like AHMAAD said, you got to find creative ways. You got to find out. You don't have to do what somebody else does. You know, you don't. But the only way, you got to forever be a teacher. Woo. You got to forever be a student. You know, you got to pay attention. You know, you can't think you know everything and you trying to be the size or have a career that someone else has, and you going into it telling them about how to do something they've been doing.
That's right.
So if somebody tell you like, yeah, you morbidly obese, you can't be like, I want to speak to somebody. You know, that's what I
want a second opinion.
They didn't even put me. I don't even remember getting on no machine. They just was like, you swole. So we're gonna put that on there, and it's a lot of my sisters that's morbidly obese. You know, it's like, it's not go ahead girl, do your thing. You don't look confident. You look sad. You don't look confident when you squeezing in the stuff and you got on, you know, little shorts that's not your size. It's not for you, but you think you showing everybody that you big and you bad. You're not big and you're not bad. You look like a fool because you could actually look that way without somebody laughing at you. And the only reason people laugh at you is because they know you trying to be something that you not.
And you know, some of that, you know, goes back to that emotional part and forgiveness. I mean, that is a huge part of it, is that facing our emotions, understanding our emotions, and willing to let it go. You mentioned that, and that is huge. Forgiveness and wellness starts within. It starts on the inside.
Some people live yesterday every day. Every day for you is yesterday. Wow. Because you don't forget nobody. So you ain't never probably seen tomorrow.
Wow, that's powerful.
Every day yesterday for you.
That's powerful. Now, Ahmad, you said that you have this 30-day challenge. This what's it called again?
Flex for Your City is the challenge that I'm doing on December 10th. For 60 days, actually. We're going to do it for 60 days. And this challenge is very simple. It's just basically some of the beliefs that I believe that will get you to aspire to greater commitment and greater accountability to yourself and greater success.
Okay.
And basically what that is it's simple as this, and it may be too simple because people are still texting me like, what's more of the rules? What's more of the rules? It's simple. It's this. You write down your goals and you visualize it and you make it as descriptive as you can, where you want yourself to be in that 60 days.
Okay.
Give yourself a time limit so you add some pressure to it. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to do it. Because, if you know you're going somewhere tomorrow and you know you're going somewhere God knows when, you get ready differently. If you know you got a time limit, you put a little more pressure on yourself. Oh, I got to get ready. I got to start doing things. So we got a 60-day limit, and what we're going to do is we're going to write our goals down and make them descriptive because we need a vision.
Interesting question.
We need a vision first. And then the second step is we're going to start a plan of action. Once we got a plan of action, whatever route that is, I'm not going to make it up for everybody. I just want to be a tool for people, a resource, because we got to be resourceful. So if you
Ahmad, is this for men and women?
It's for men and women. It's for anybody that want to join, that wants something better in 60 days. And they can, once they write that plan of action or get help to get that plan of action, because like SEADONNA said, there was people that was willing to help her once she started to help herself. So it starts with you, and the same with me. I still want help. I want more mentors. I want to go further. So there's people that's willing to help you once you start wanting to help yourself.
I would be at the gym, and trainers would come up to me, and they would adjust the treadmill or adjust whatever I was on. I wouldn't correct them. I wouldn't say nothing, and they would just walk away, and I would just do it. And after I did that, they would come again. It was like God put me in a position to have free training because I took the step and he took more steps.
You always get back more. No matter what you sow, you always reap back more. That's just the law. You sow something, you always reap back more. You don't just reap one back when you sow one. No, you get more.
Like before I started working out, I had never had a license. I hadn't worked in like 15 years. I never had a license. I had debt. I didn't have a job or none of that. And as soon as I start working out, this is a year and a half later, I got a job. I have a career. I own a vehicle, no payments. I don't have any debt. I'm legal. I have a license, insurance, everything. And that's only because I got my mind right. And I would never go back to losing anymore.
What's your goal? Are you still in this process of this journey?
I'm still in the process. I want to lose, I'll say 50, 60 more pounds. And my goal is to show women that you do not need surgery. And surgery is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. You know why? Because you have to change your mind. Like Ahmad said, you get surgery and you can lose it like that. But if your mind is still the same, you're going to get it back like that. Probably double too. I just want to show women that you don't need diet pills and you don't need surgery. And all of that surgery and diet pills they're basically getting paid off of selling us a dream.
That's right.
They're selling you a dream when you are in control of making your dreams come true. You are in control of everything that happens. Like God has to work through you. You got to be open. You can't just hear yourself.
That's right.
But,
and
Tonya,
yes,
real quick,
go ahead.
When I go back, I want to go back to the challenge real quick because I didn't finish. So for the first one, you want to write down your goals. You want to make them descriptive. The second, you want to write a plan of action. And with that, we're making it a little fun, so it's healthy competition. You got a $10 registration fee, and you can go to my Flex for Your City on Facebook, and just as it sounds, Flex for Your City, and you can find that. find more details, or you can just inbox me and I can give you more details. But like, so once you got that $10 registration fee, the winner, which we will have a voting process, will win the $200 Visa card. But it's mainly that everybody's going to win by attaining their goals. There's going to be accountability. There's going to be tips on there that's going to help you to keep doing things the right way, or to challenge you to do things a different way, different strategies if it's not working. Because the more you evaluate it, like the more you're consciously focusing on it and evaluating it, you're going to win. That's the thing. And so it's kind of like just trusting yourself. You're going to be healthy. This is not nothing new. This is the way you're designed to be.
That's right.
So you're going against the grain by putting toxins in your body. But once you're going to learn, you're going to be like, I actually do trust myself. I'm not that negative. I am not that, pessimistic.
And the body is very forgiving. That's what we need to know. The body is forgiving. The body is designed to detox and to repair. So I just want to recap. Shandonna gave us this wonderful drink. Cut your fruits, your vegetables up. Remember, 50% of your food needs to be raw. Cut your fruits and vegetables up. Make your own infused water.
No soda. Don't go buy juice. Make your own juice.
That's right. And find us at the Wellness Spot. Come Wednesday, Hump Day Wellness, 4550 Heaton Road in Columbus, Ohio. Contact us at tankthenurse.com. We will have Shandonna and Ahmad back with us again. We enjoyed having you with us today. Please check us out on Talktainment Radio. Wonderful show.